So if you actually go in here to your character screen, let me just go ahead and delete some of the things that I got. We can get rid of that, and we can get rid of that. All right, so if we go, your artifact, your seasonal artifact will appear down here. And as you level up in your seasonal artifact, you'll have perks that are unlocked. These perks are like mods for your armor. You just simply take them, and they're passively always available for you to use. So on my artifact, I have piercing sidearms, which sidearms can break the shield of barriers. New milestone added. Look at, we did amazing things. Toil and trouble, complete the way of the witch. We have unstoppable hand cannon, which allows us to stop unstoppable champions. And then overload auto rifle, that's for us to essentially stun an overload champion. So these are all champion. The first ones are always way to stun champions. We do have flame, fiber, and freeze, combined solar strand and solar stasis siphon mods in one. That's a helmet mod that allows you to create orbs of power. Radiant causes solar weapons to apply scorch to unscorched combatants. This essentially is it is as it raids. Rapid final blows, the rocket launchers and grenade launchers grant an armor charge. I haven't really been using this. I don't know why I actually have that there, but yeah. Flint striker, rapid solar precision hits. The rapid solar weapon final blows grant radiant. While radiant deal increase weapon damage to combatants affected by strand or stasis debuffs. We're going to be going mostly stasis for this entire story here. I'm really liking the way this build feels. So a lot of this stuff isn't going to apply to us, but what will is these two right here. Unraveling orbs. Picking up an orb of power grants strand weapons our bow unraveling rounds. And unraveling is essentially it's a damage over time effect that happens to enemies. You'll see when I shoot something and green little wisps come off of it, they'll find other targets and do damage to other targets. And if there's no other targets nearby, it'll sweep back around and hit the enemy that I was actually hitting. So really good way of getting extra damage out across the entire battlefield. And then the other one is Horde Shuttle, damaging unraveled targets, which we're creating by picking up orbs of power and then shooting them with our bow. Damaging unraveled targets with a weapon occasionally spawns threadlings. Now, threadlings are the big green, almost like worms that you see that'll be traveling along the ground. Those do considerable damage, but all at once, like a big pop of damage. And yeah, that's it. Solo operative, we get 15% extra damage I do from this. And then wishing to being, while our super is nearly fully charged, ability final blows spawn orbs of power. So I do believe when you're at 75% or 80% of your super, you get an ability kill. It'll drop 3 orbs on the ground right there at you, and essentially that'll fill up the rest of your super. So it's like a free 25% of your super right then and there. And that's it. Let's go. So we need to go and talk to Riven. Riven is through here, but before we do, let's stop off to the holo projector and hear what's going on at the holo projector. It's Osiris.
Something stands in our way,
No!
Guardian. An anomaly.
We shouldn't have looked at that. Forget it. There's nothing there. Nothing to see there. All right, so here's Riven.
Greetings, O guardian mine. I always knew we could work together. I speak to you now with my true voice. Consider it a sign of trust. The need for deceit has passed. My corporeal death freed me from the Taken curse. My bargain with their king has expired. These Technians strain themselves to conjure my essence. They cannot do so forever. Savathun's wish will be the last I grant. Mora has made clear the terms of our agreement. Retrieve my last clutch of uncorrupted eggs, and I will uphold my end of the bargain. Obviously, I cannot gather the eggs myself. Instead, I will guide you to them through the holes of my former lair. And beware, Guardian. You may find it a place most unwelcoming.
Yeah, not a great place at all. Wishing all the best. Riven expresses delight at working with you one final time. She explains that given the immense reserves of energy required to sustain Riven's spirit, Savathun's wish will be the last she grants. Riven tasks you with retrieving her last clutch of eggs from her lair within the confluence. So we're actually going to be going back into different portions, essentially, of Riven's lair, which is where the Last Wish raid sort of. So we're going to have this same theme, Dreaming City sort of theme throughout this season. And this is the main screen where you actually come for all your rewards and everything from this season. So I don't believe I've really taken any of these, but you can come in here, you right click on the Wish Ingram decoding, and you can actually get all kinds of rewards by trading in these right here, the Wish Ingrams. So you get a Wish Ingram, you can get one randomly at the finish of any activity, as long as you have gone and picked up the Queen's Foil sensor from Mara. So you have to complete that initial quest that we just did, pick up the Queen's Foil sensor. Once you have this in your possession, you will start earning these basically Wish Ingrams, and then you can spend them in here on all of these weapons. Really good weapon right there. This is probably the best weapon that came this season, Scatter Signal. If anybody's just starting to play Destiny, I would highly suggest you pick this up. You get 5 red borders of it. You decrypt them 5 red borders and get the pattern for this so that you can craft it and craft your own god roll. Very, very good weapon. Very good weapon. Also, these are past weapons that have sort of been reprised that came back. Subjunctive is probably the best of those, but Adhorative is probably going to be very good next season when we get a buff to pulse rifles as well. But the next page, you can also get armor. You can focus all the armor from this season as well. We're going to be doing this along the way and see if we can't get some god rolls and some armor that we need, because my hunter is by far my least well equipped of all of my guardians. So we're going to see if we can't get these along the way. We're going to end up having to buy these in order to make room for more Wish Ingrams. All right, so next up, we should have the other quest now. Wishing all the best. Search for Riven's eggs in Riven's lair. So we're going to make that our active destination. And then you can actually see it puts a big ping on it here in the helm. And we're going to be going right here. This is this season's seasonal activity. It says, fight your way through one of the pathways in Riven's lair and slay the trespassers that seek to claim it. You'll be automatically given a fire team for this. It's 1 to 3 people will be playing in it. And there is a solar surge, which gives you 25% extra solar damage. There was also a strand surge there, which is 25% increase to outgoing strand damage as well. Iron enemies have more health and are not staggered by damage. Too bad. And then a couple other ones there I couldn't get to. We should have made our ship pink, right? Shit, didn't think about that one, did we? Idiot. Pink, where's the pink? There it is. Oh! We're gonna get hit on by so many gamer boys. Look at that. Look at how pink we are. We're so fucking pink. We need to make our gun pink too, right? After. Someone remind me to make my gun pink. I guess I did have time. So this is sort of the introduction into the seasonal activity right here. We got another hunter and a warlock. That is a solar warlock with the same build I showed you guys yesterday with all the grenades.
What have you come to claim, dear guardians?
Wait, I recognize this place. How did we get here?
This is not our city. Only an echo.
We built those walls, you and I. Such elegant spires. A beautiful prison. I carved these chambers from those memories. I turned your home against you.
Jesus. Oh, you died. Feels bad. So the way that the Riven's lair works is you have one kind of trap sequence. Wow, you're getting really good at this. You should be better. You have one trap layer that's filled with traps. And you have to find the 3 things, basically, and they'll open up a portal for you to move forward. I think the other one's right over here. We got it. All 3 of them have been found, so a portal opens. And kind of there's traps everywhere to fuck with you. Because that's how Bungie rolls. Then you go into a fight sequence. There's something up there. Get up in the air, bitches!
You'll need soul devices signatures to pick those locks.
So we're gonna have to do these locks, but in order to get to them, we're gonna have to basically take out Minotaurs, and the Minotaurs will drop something for us. So here's the Minotaurs that we gotta kill. And you see, he just dropped a Vex Cranium. We'll use that to break these little boxes. I'm getting lit up right now. All right, we got them all broken. Now we have boss fight. We'll go ahead and super here. Dead? Dead? Everything gets suspended. Suspended them all. So good. Oh my God. Like, why is this so much better?
If the Techians were not occupied, we might arrange alternate passage.
What timid adventurers we find these days. You want
The other dude
reward
ran directly
without
into it and killed me.
danger.
Unnecessary risk is folly.
It is. Entertainment.
I'm dead. I'm not dead. That guy has really got to work on not dying. He's really got to work on that thing where he doesn't die every time he moves. Be better. That guy died too. So the only time I've died so far is when somebody else killed me, because he got all 3 of them. He's got 2 of them. The other one might be over here. I'm dead. Oh my God. There it is. So the fucking trap one's nice. I feel like this suspend build is so much better than our warlock one. So he got the last one right there. Or not. Oh! I gotta get used to fucking playing. It's the jump with a hunter is so much different. I'm so used to my warlock gliding. What, did it put me way back at the beginning? Where is it? Is it over here? Right, that one they already got. He found it right there. I thought that one was already lit. Oh my God. Jesus. A-team. We're at it. The A-team's at it again. I was already past him. I couldn't pick that poor guy up. I apologize, human. Puny human. Jesus. I'm gonna run now. This thing's all up in my grill. So now we essentially have a boss fight. Where is he? Oh, he literally just reappeared next to me. I'm dead. All right. Now we can break its shield with this. And then we have to basically just do damage. Oh. And eventually, when you reach a certain point, I'm gonna die. I got sucked into this guy's as well. You get detained after a certain amount of damage. You get detained, basically. Oh, no. That's gonna hurt. So now we're about to get detained again, I do believe. Yep, there it is. Once he goes immune, you basically get detained. Ow. Wow. That was unfortunate. So I believe this is a bug right here. These little things flying around that are making that little like robotic sound, they're not supposed to be able to enter the detained field and do damage, but they are for some reason. I do believe that's a bug. And I'm not going to get picked up. So we'll have to just wait this one out. 4 more seconds. Please don't die. There we go. So he's got a shield again, so we got to kill the Minotaurs. Can't even get to the Minotaur. He's got one right now, the laser. Right. What? Oh, they must have already broke his shield. Where'd he go? Oh, he killed him. Okay, nice. Good shit. Boss is done.
There's nothing here.
Deceiver! Where have you taken them?
I did not know of your clutch, Riven. This is not my doing.
When the amusement fades, remember, the terms of our agreement are unyielding.
Petra, gather the Techuns. If these eggs do exist, we must find them. Quickly. At once, my queen.
Boogie says, so are hunters like DPS and hunters and titans are like tanks? No. In a way, kind of, but not really. Any subclass can kind of can hold that role for any of like DPS, or like they can be tanky. You can't really look at it like the classic like MMO trifecta. It's not. You don't have someone that's, you know, like a mage. You know, it's kind of, they're all mixed together in every single subclass. So they are usually defined by something. So Titans are kind of defined by, they like to punch shit. It's kind of the way everybody always says it. Like they're very good at melee builds and using melee to get out their DPS. Hunters are more of a marksman type of rogue style of gameplay. So a lot of dodging, which I haven't been doing. I don't know why. I always forget to dodge as a hunter. But hunter dodges are huge. And then warlocks are kind of known for being healers in a lot of ways too. So it's, even though they're not really healers, they are, but Titans also can heal at the same time. The only one that can't really heal too good is the hunter. It's, you can't really look at it though like that trifecta, the MMO trifecta. All right, so where are we off to now? Back out of there. The next portion of this quest says, complete Way of the Witch. That's not it. It's got to be in our quest then. Speak with Petra at the Hollow Projector. So we're going back to the Helm. When you think about a Titan, a Hunter, or a Warlock, you really gotta, you almost want to look up and see the type of builds that each of them have and kind of decide on, honestly, I say make one of each. That's kind of, Destiny's kind of designed that way. And then try it, you can try them all out. But if you really only have time and you only want to play as one character and nothing more ever, then you kind of got to look ahead and see the builds and see the way that they play and just go with what calls to you. Because it's really what it's going to be. Like Space Mage is going to be a Warlock. You know, if you want to be a gunslinger, that's kind of the play style you're going to get with a Hunter. And you want to you want to punch shit in the face, you want to be a Titan. All right. So hopefully we get Petravenge here and not Osiris.
Something stands in our way, Guardian.
There it is. This one.
An
That's
anomaly.
Osiris. We don't want that one. This is the one we want. Wishing all the best. Petra briefs you.
Bad news,
Oh, sorry.
Guardian. I bring word from the Techians. Riven's clutch has dispersed across the ley lines of the Ascendant Realm. They now orbit our reality like comets around a sun, hopefully not beyond our reach. The Techians are uncertain how this happened, but they've detected a massive surge of paracausal energy across the entire transit system. The residual energy has allowed us to predict each egg's trajectory across the lines. The Techians themselves were once scattered across the lines in kind. Guardians were there to guide them home, and we can secure the clutch using the same strategy. Riven has caused so much strife, and yet we prostrate ourselves to placate her once again. And too many Corsairs will die on this quest to give the Ahamkara a second chance. As I said, we once utilized the ley lines to find the lost Techians. We can use them again. Fight your way into the Blind Well and reroute the lines through Riven's lair. We'll prepare landings for the clutch as best we can.
All right, so we're off to go find the clutch of eggs, which have now, the way that I see it, I don't know if this is actually the way it is, but the way I've always looked at it is when we're talking about the ley lines, we're talking about pathways between different dimensions almost is what it feels like to me. I don't know if that's actually what it is. I'm sure it's probably a lore buff out there that can be like, no, dude, that's not fucking right. But that's the way I see it in my head. So ley lines are like the pathways between different, I hate to say realities, dimensions. And the clutch of eggs have been scattered out across all these different dimensions, and we have to use the ley lines or the going through Riven's layers in order to find them and then send them back is kind of what we're doing. Petra briefs you on the Techians' findings. The eggs have been cast adrift, so this is basically saying the same thing. I'm not going to read it. Our next step is to complete blind well runs in the Dreaming City. Higher tier completions reward additional progress. So this is something that's been around for a very, very long time. A lot of people did not like the idea that this returned as a necessity. Like you have to do this in order to be able to continue with the seasonal deal, because a lot of people have actually done blind wells a ton of times. It's kind of old content. It's boring for a lot of people, and they don't really like it. So this was kind of received not so good. But I believe it's like 3 completions is what we're going to need to do with it. It should only take maybe 5 or 10 minutes here. It says Arcane awoken technology with the power to split the seams between realities. The blind well. It's basically a public event. We'll just go and launch it. More than likely, one's already going to be already underway when we get there. And there'll be, I believe, up to 5 other players or something. I believe this is like a 6-man. It might only be a 3-man activity. I think it's a 6-man activity that it can be. But essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be defeating enemies and feeding their power into this giant sort of machine is what we're kind of at. It's kind of a machine that uses the power from the enemies you defeat to open up the ley lines to travel to different dimensions. So one is currently already underway. It looks like it's pretty far into it actually too. And I do believe each week you can have a different enemy type can be part of this. And then eventually you defeat enough enemies, they give you enough power, and then you got to go to a new place within this giant room. You get it within the bubble. You can use its safety. You kill more enemies, you feed the power onto it. Me and you together, bud. Me and you. Maybe it is only a 3-man activity. At some point, one of the enemies is going to spawn that doesn't look like the rest. And he's going to drop a big blue orb. That orb is going to give you faster regeneration, but also allows you to break the shield of another enemy that's going to come that's shielded. So somebody's going to have to kill him. And there's the shielded enemy. So here's the orb right here. Now I can do damage and break that guy's shield. No, reload. And he'll drop more orbs, and essentially we can kind of be fed supers nonstop and really start slaying out at a certain point. So I am taking damage when I'm outside of that, by the way. We're going to grab that one in case we see another enemy here. Where's the shielded enemy at? We've already got enough kills. Now we're moving to this one. And we'll keep going from bubble to bubble. I hate the effect of that. I bounced my shit off of my teammate. I just seen him right here. Now, where's the shielded guy? There's the shielded guy. We'll kill him. Or grab this. It also makes it, when you grab the little blue ball, it makes you immune to the damage that you take outside of this as well. And this bubble will get bigger and bigger as well as you get more kills. I hate that shimmering effect. All right, new one right here. I feel like this bow is broken right now. It's supposed to be putting down a little field that lifts shit up, but it's not. I think this bow might be bugged right now. There it goes. Very weird. Right here's the shielded guy. I'm gonna go back for one of these balls here. All right. Now we'll go to the center and we'll fight 3 big bosses, I do believe. Right there's our blue orb. We'll need the orbs in order to... We'll need the blue orbs in order to break the shield on these guys. There's another one ahead of us. We definitely want to grab this. Oh, he's just fucking me up. Just pour that damage on. All right, we'll grab this. Is there another one up top? There is one right here. Oh no, I'm dead. There's no way I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I lived. Gamer God. Did I not grab this? Grab it. All right, and then once it's done, you can run down to the center spot.
Primary wells overclocked.
And you can actually overclock it and do another boss fight afterwards. This allows you to earn extra progress as well. Oh my God. Just got insta-wiped. I don't know what killed me there. That was nutty. Oh, I think it was Screebs blew up next to me.